Welcome to Knee Health Challenge 1, Week 2, Day 11. We're going to be going over hip workspace and internal rotation of the hips, especially so we can address the muscles from top down on how they affect the knees from there. Now, as we get into hip workspace, what we want to essentially do is move the ball and socket joint through the biggest range of motion. So we're going to get this started here so you can kind of see some demonstrations. So what we want to do is stabilize the pelvis and move only the ball and socket joint. Now, if you have to use a chair or wall, what have you with that, you can do the knee bent or leg straight. It's more challenging knee straight compared to knee bent from there. But starting off with, we want both sides, starting with the knee coming up and then turning inwards. So we're going to restart this one here, as you'll see, making sure you don't twist the pelvis. So you turn knee up and out. Then when you can't anymore, then the leg goes backwards and you feel that line of tension coming all the way back and down. Tap the floor, bend the knee up, and then opposite way from there, turning the foot back the way you came, and then go from there. Beautiful. You want to do clockwise and counterclockwise, both directions, both hips. Now you can get a good view from the side. Come across, turn knee out. Then when you can't, the toes go outwards from there. If you notice cramping, you can back off and then continue. Cramping is just a guarding mechanism, but you are still able to go into it. It won't be detrimental. For you, it's just a guarding, both clockwise and counterclockwise from there. So that is hip workspace. That will do incredibly well. Now, as we go into the internal-external rotation, what we want you to start with focusing on is the knees and legs outwards from the hips just a tad. So as you can see, we turn to one direction, and you can do this at work here. Now we can focus on the front leg or the back leg. Whether you push the back leg down to the ground for 10 seconds or holding the knee there and foot up off the ground for 10 seconds, or even if you want to do the front leg down forward or front leg up and in. So as you can see, we're going to do both sides here. Each hold 10 seconds. I'm speeding things up. So knee inwards to the ground. If you have pain, especially sharp pain, back off the degree. And then kind of like the one we showed you previously. So you want to focus on knee down to the ground, hold 10 seconds. Then the other one is 10 seconds, holding the knee there, and then foot up off the ground. Okay, now when we go into focusing on the front leg, you're going to notice this front knee pushing straight forward. So you can feel the tension in the outside portion of the front hip. And then it would be, the second one would be foot coming up and in as the hip is internally rotated from there. So knee down, 10 seconds, and then foot up after that, 10 seconds. If you have to use a platform, perfect. Now, this works really, really well for people at home, at work. Give that a go. Each leg, each side, 10 seconds. You can do a couple sets with that. And then hips, I want both sides, 3 reps each direction, each leg. Give that a go. See you guys on the next one.